Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Wednesday afternoon. That means it's time for Dynamic Duo demo. And this is well, I'm not saying it's my last time, but next week, Nancy will be back.
Yes, so the OG, the original Dynamic Duo will be back next week. I want to thank my guest presenters. So we're kind of back to normal next week.
Yeah. I asked Nancy, I said, do you want me to do one more week? She goes, oh no, I'm back. And I went, okay.
Yep.
Like I'm stepping back. I'm stepping back now.
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, no, this has been fun. Now, you wanted to talk about something that you and Brianna did a demo on a couple of weeks ago, right? Show more samples. Didn't you guys do
the washi?
Oh, washi, yes.
And then you and I did wax seal. So this is kind of a combination.
A combination, yes, because I had some pieces, and we just had a Pink Fresh sale. We've always got great things coming into the store. One of them also being the new Spellbinders wax seal system, which is new to us in the last little bit, and it's been super popular. Julie and I have both been loving that. So that was one of the demos we did. So one of the cards I did recently was using one of the new Pink Fresh washi rolls with the coordinating die. And I also used and created wax seals.
Gorgeous.
Oh no, so fun.
Gorgeous.
So I'm a huge fan of Pink Fresh Studio. I love how everything coordinates so wonderfully. I also have some Pink Fresh Studio gems on there. But yeah, I'm just like loving the wax seals. Slightly addicting.
They're very addictive.
Because you're not going to sit down and just make one. You're going to sit down and make like 20.
Yeah.
And try different color combinations.
We're so addicted. We actually went on Honeybee and
Heather
and I were like,
there.
add to cart, add to cart, add
Yes.
to cart.
So we have lots of variety coming in soon.
Definitely.
And lots of restock too. So we did restock the Spellbinders.
Yep. And
Yeah,
new
so another-
Spellbinders coming.
Yeah,
Holiday
wax seal
ones.
in
Yeah.
there. They're just a great little embellishment for your projects.
Yeah. Love it.
And then this one, I love the way this one, the color turned out in here. I think that's like one of the fuchsia and the gold, and then I added some glitter in there while it was still wet, and then put the seal on it.
Very nice.
So loving that. You know, I'm a huge fan of all the things.
Hi, Jennifer, Kelly, Julie. Hello. Welcome. We do have a screen up so I can see your questions. So
Hi, everybody.
if you have any questions or comments, make sure you throw them in there and we'll try and answer them. Yes, Jennifer is saying gorgeous cards, Heather.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So this week, what are we doing?
We are talking about nested dies, also known as stacking dies,
Stackables.
layering dies.
Yep. Some companies have different names for
Yeah.
them. For example, this is one from Sizzix. So there you go. I used this one on one of my samples, so I'll be showing that. I love this one. It's a great scalloped edge.
It's beautiful.
Love it. Got it in my stash. I love it. Spellbinders has a great one. You and I both use Spellbinders.
Some samples.
I use this one. This is the Essential Floral Reflection, and I'll show you how I use that one. I've got a couple more Spellbinders ones. This is the Hexi Gems. You use this one?
I did.
And this is one of their newer ones, the Hexi Gems. This is also another favorite of mine. I love a good postage edge
Bought
die.
that one as soon as it arrived.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Love it.
Again, I did some samples with that. But then we have other ones, like Lawn Fawn, like that's an interesting one.
Yep.
You know, a Great Heart one. Uh-oh, there's a dog here. Oh my gosh.
Sorry to interrupt. We have a shout out from someone. I'm guessing that's Oklahoma. Margaret from Oklahoma.
Oh, hello, Margaret from Oklahoma. Hello.
How warm is it there?
Oh my gosh. Happy belated July 4th to you. So here's another one from Lawn Fawn. It's just stitched scallop. So kind of like that Spellbinders one, only this has a lovely stitching. And I think the stitch detail is great on these dies as well. Here's another scallop circle with the stitch.
Love, love, love.
Yeah, and here's another one. This one's from Waffle Flower, and it's the nesting postage die. Again, I love a good postage. What I like about Waffle Flower, they include
A magnet.
a magnet sheet in there.
Very handy.
Yeah, very handy. And something a little bit different from Pink Fresh. Here's this one. This is rounded and braided. How gorgeous would that be?
Yeah, that's very pretty.
Very pretty.
I don't own that one yet.
And then this one, which is the blanket stitched oval from Pink Fresh as well.
We have lots of options.
Lots of options, and they're all 33% off today and tomorrow. So if you don't have any nesting dies,
Sorry, Margaret said I said good afternoon in Shawnee. I was wondering what.
I was wondering what that is. In Shawnee, that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's. I'm not
know
even
how to
going.
say that.
I'm not even going to attempt to say that because.
Good
that's-
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to share some samples that I made. Now, actually, this one's from Lorene. So Lorene brought this in. She goes, I see that you guys are going to be doing nesting dies. And I said, yeah. She goes, I made one. And so this is Lorene's contribution.
Gorgeous.
That there. It's absolutely stunning. And she used Hexi Gems.
Yep.
That's this one here. And then she used that. She also used the Dogwood Blooms embossing folder. I don't know if you can see, but everything is embossed. And she also used the Hot Fresh Butterflies. So thank you very much for that.
And look who's back.
So I'm going to share, because Lorene inspired me. I looked at that and it inspired me. So I took this die. Yeah, love it. Took it home.
Floral reflection.
Now I was inspired to use gilding flakes. Now,
I mean,
did things go well? In the end, yes, but there were much regrets happening because, you know, gilding flakes, as soon as you open that, they're just everywhere. Up your nose,
Yeah,
in your hair,
stuck
down,
on your-
like
everywhere.
in unmentionable places.
Yeah, this place is full.
So there was maybe some curse words and regret, but in the end,
But it's worth it in the end.
in the end, as soon as I was done, I was like, okay, I love it. So that is the one I made using the
Nope. This
What's that one called?
Essential Floral Reflection.
Yeah, Essential Floral Reflection. So I used this, and how I did is I took an A2 size panel. I put double-sided tape. I used wide double-sided tape, peeled off that release paper, and then burnished my gilding flakes on it. Then I put all the dies on, held them down with some tape.
Oh, you layered it.
I layered it all together and then die cut it through. So then I ended up making 2 cards because I alternated the gold and the silver.
Love.
Oh my gosh, so good. And this Mandala Blooms embossing folder was also one I used on Monday Night Live. So yeah, turned out so well. Love it. It was absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, other than the gilding flakes getting in all the places, very easy to put together. Here's another one I did. Now I used the, now that I've made a mess, here it is, this one.
Oh, that one's
Yep. I used
Posted
it
as rectangles.
and I had folded my A2 size card in half and then put my die,
Offset it.
offset it, so it wouldn't cut the edge.
So if you take your card base, it's just going to grab a
I'm
piece
just grabbing
here.
the die.
And if you lay your die down on your cardstock,
If you lay it down on your cardstock, but make sure that your folded line is below that cutting edge, it's going to leave this intact. So then you'll get a nice card, and don't look on the end. Oh no, this one's good. So it left this intact, and I was able to get a nice folded card like that. I also took another nesting die from my scallop circle and cut through the front of my pattern paper and the front of my card, and was able to create a little window. So that was fun.
yeah. I love that tip for people with your stacking dies. With any die, but especially your stacking dies, because then you can continue to add layers to the front and the inside,
Yep.
is when you offset it from your fold, that concept. Because then you're using your dies also as your card bases,
Yeah.
not just as your panels and your layers. Right?
Yeah. Now, if you don't like the edge like that, uh-oh,
It's,
who are you?
Today is Day of the Dogs.
Well, this is our second. The first one's a 5-month-old puppy, Ellie, the dog who was here this morning. Who is this? I didn't ask the name.
This is Karen's pooch.
We love dogs,
So
by the way.
cute.
They're so cute. We get very distracted by puppies
Sorry
here.
to distract you.
We'll always be distracted by dogs. It's okay.
So another way of putting your cars together, if you don't like that straight line, and especially you can see it here. So I took my circle die and cut out two panels of white. Now this one, it is brown because I inked it. But you take the one and you score it about, about half an inch down.
Just the one.
Just the one, fold it over, and then you stick this one on the front. Oh yeah, this is the one I messed up on. See that?
You don't look too close.
Yeah, don't look. I'll have to ink that.
Everything's fixable.
That's right. So you can also make a card like this, which is also another great way if you want to do like a different shaped card.
I've seen that with a heart typically. It's on its
Yes.
side, but it's all one, uniform shape.
Yep.
Really unique.
Yeah, definitely. And then I did it again with my postage die, did the exact same thing, but on the front I actually made, there's two pieces of cardstock here, and in between them I sandwiched a piece of vellum. Yeah, so it's really pretty. Love that vellum. Sandwiched in between there and then attached the same way. So
Love it. I love that card. The stacking dies are also fabulous for shaper cards too, right?
Yes.
You can size it perfectly. You can cut a border for your shaper
Yeah.
insert.
yeah, they're also really good for making shapers. Yeah,
And
for
not
sure.
just for cards. Any of the dies are good for journal makers, mixed media, your scrapbook pages.
Yep.
All of it.
So this card that I showed at the beginning, that one there, I used the exact same die to just do a nice simple shaped card. I mean, how different is that? I love that.
I love that.
And then really simple, I die cut out my paper with the same shape and then cut out another layer to nest inside that, so it looks perfect, right? So I love it. I haven't added a sentiment to that one. I'm gonna have to wait. So what did you make for us?
Well, what did
Because
I
mine are
make?
very different from yours.
Always, which is great about having a duo.
Yes.
Do these together because
Yep.
you get lots of ideas.
Lots of
Very
ideas.
unique. Okay, so the first one I want to show you seems to be the most popular one that I brought in. Is this little guy. So this one was created using the Hexi. Right?
Hexi Gems.
Hexi Gems. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's on your side.
Sorry, it's on my
Yeah.
pile.
So this one here.
And it looks different because, like I said, I took the one piece of it, offset it from my cardstock so I could cut out the shape while keeping it intact. And then to get it to sit nice, I snipped the bottom off.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah, otherwise it would have the little
point.
the point at the end, and I thought I wanted to be able to sit. So then for the layers of it on the front there, I cut it out, varying sizes. There's a lot of dies in here.
There is a lot.
So I went every other one just to get more of a border. Yeah, that's a lot of dies.
That's a lot of dice.
So I did not use that. So once I had them connected together, I then ran it through my embossing folder. So I got a bit of texture on that. Added a sentiment, die cut sentiment, and I have this cute little card. And it sits nice and flat.
Is there a special technique to use Sizzix embossing powder with glitter in it? Because I'm not into it. We'll answer that. It doesn't have anything to do with our demo today, Lori, so we'll get back to you on that.
Ah, that's good. I can come back in the comments though and answer that
Yeah,
later. I sure
yeah.
can.
Now, before Heather moves on, I do want to point out that my sentiment here was also cut out using the second smallest die.
Oh, yeah.
So they're also really good for cutting out your sentiments.
And it's nice too because with just a little bit of eyeballing, you've got perfectly centered borders
Yep.
and mattes.
Yeah. So yeah, also great for cutting out your sentiments.
Yeah. So then the next one I did, also using that die, was this one.
I
Just
love that
different
one.
colors. Maybe
Yeah.
just a fun one. Just embossed the front of my card panel, layered on the dies. Just great way to add like a great background. Just throw in a few colors of cards.
And embossing your background really adds
Yeah.
just a really great detail.
It does. It's a quick way to make just the plain white cardstock just
Just step it up a bit.
step it.
Mhm. You don't even have to ink it. You don't have to do
No.
anything, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then using the postage edge dies, And this one was like a blanket stitch one. I believe we're sold out of that one right now. I just combined a couple from Spellbinders. I just made this card.
I
Also
love
adding
this one.
black on white is really impactful as well.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
definitely.
This was one of the new Spellbinders, guys. I think we talked about, in the wax seal demo, actually. And of course, I had to add a wax seal.
Of course.
How fun.
Because you're addicted.
Because I have a lot. So now I have to put them on everything. And we were talking about this wax seal earlier, where they get these colors stuff. So the fun thing about wax seals, while we're on the topic, is just putting different colors of beads in your warmer. So that's maybe just a couple gold and a couple white beads. You just get a nice model kind of color in there.
The white is a great color to have with the wax beads because,
Have the white, never run out of the white.
yeah, or in the gold,
Yeah.
or any of the metallics, because you add one gold to some red, and it just gives you such an elegant look.
Just
All the colors.
also made this one using the postage edge rectangle dies. I did the same thing that Julie was talking about. So I cut 2 pieces of the rectangle, and then I scored one of them so that it created a card. Yeah. And then same thing. That's one of the nested dies. This one was just a plain, just a
Plain square.
yeah, just a little bit of a stitch finish on it. So who knows what one that is? We have
Oh,
plenty in stock.
that is.
I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, this one.
Oh, it's in there.
Yeah, I'll point this out.
Right.
This is one of the reasons why I love this particular die because it's got 4 of them that are the postage and 4 that are just the dots.
Yes.
And they're just
So they're great to combine that way.
Yeah.
And I ran one of the layers through an embossing folder. I cut another size, and then I created this border. So this green one that's on top, by putting 2 of your
Yep.
2 of your dies together.
And we can show this. We're going to tip the camera down so we can demo a couple of techniques. Sure.
And it was a different shape I created, but if you just attach a couple of your dies together, and I use my best ever craft tape, then you can create a frame. So then you get just that piece out, and then you can just add that to your card.
Yeah.
And another wax seal.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Love it.
Do we have any questions? I'm sure everybody loves the perks of nested dies. Good.
Oh, asking for suggestions on the duo. I see. So,
Lori.
okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
So did I.
So, yeah, I guess we could do an embossing. Have you done it? I thought you guys did an embossing 101. Because you're doing embossing 101 next
I am next Tuesday.
Yeah, embossing 101. Okay, so Brianna's going to tip the camera down. We're just going to share a couple of techniques of using nesting dies. There we go. That's perfect.
Are we good?
Yeah, we are good. Awesome. Thank you, Brianna.
Excellent.
So how many of you have nesting dies and maybe you don't use them a whole lot? I tell you, I went through my stash and I found the 3 that I have in my stash and I'm like, why do I not use these more often? Love them.
Love them.
Okay.
Yeah, I went through my stash and realized there was so many in there I forgot about and forget about the perks of them. So now they're all on my desk so that I can use
There
them.
you go. There you go.
Okay, so first things first, one of the things we were talking about is how to create your actual card base using your die. So when we talk about that, so here I just have a card base folded, scored the middle, and I'm just gonna...
You're not on camera.
Oh, sorry. So something like that. So where my die is sitting above my scored cardstock, that's where the fold will be created because it's not going to cut that, but it will cut the rest of the shape out. Okay, so I'm just going to...
So you could also make a card that goes like that.
Oh, definitely. Just gonna add a little bit of tape.
I don't have this one and I'm like, I think I need to add this one to my stash.
This is a really fun shape. Yeah, because like Julia said, you could set it on its side too, right? You could just open like that.
You can open that way, yeah.
Ooh.
How many people
many
does
hands?
it take? Just just gonna move it up just a smidge. There we go.
So there, I've created my card base.
How? Oh, here. Let's move this out of the way so you can get a little bit closer to the camera.
So the top is still attached together because I had moved my my die away from the edge, and then you could even create like a bigger fold depending on where you place your die as well.
Right. Yes.
And then this would be fun on its side like that.
Or you can do what Heather did
And just
snip off
Snip
that,
off the bottom so it stands.
and then have it stand with the fold at the top, or stand it with the fold on the side.
Options are endless.
Options.
All right, and then the other thing, because lots of people are interested in frame dies, but you don't necessarily need to have an actual frame
Right.
die or something that's specifically made for that, because you can create your own with your nested dies, and then you can create a frame whatever size you want depending on which ones you use. So you might, if you want a thick frame, let me show you this one first. So this will create a frame in that area that you see through in between the two dies there. You can do it with any shape, your circles or anything like that. Another great way to do it is even when you get your dies home, some of them are still attached before you use your wire snips to break it down. You can take that whole bit, say you've got the stacking circles and they're still attached. I think the Lawn Fun ones come like that. You could pick, say, half a dozen colors, run it through while the die is still attached, and then you get all those layers too. So that's also a lot of fun.
So, Lori, if you're wondering the one that Heather just used, it's this one. It's called the Postage Edge Rectangle. That's what it looks like. So you get 4 of the dies that have postage edge, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 that have the piercing edge, and you can use them together, which is what she did here.
So I created a frame by putting 2 of the dies together, and then I still get a nice panel.
So great for stamping a sentence.
Yep,
So
definitely.
yeah, you can see with using them both, she's got her postage edge on the inside, and then she's got the dot piercing around the outside, which is a really great frame. And you still have that, which then you could take and either die cut out the center of this one. Yeah, so many options, right?
So many options.
So many
And then if I would have centered this properly on my piece of cardstock, I've also created another frame.
Yeah, there you go. So a really great way of doing that.
Definitely. So like I said, you can use any shape for that. Leave your dies together to cut them all at once. Or like I said, just pick a couple, use some tape to hold them in place, and run them through that way.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions for us?
You don't have to use
Yeah, Tony says that she tries to keep her nesting dice together so you can cut them all at once.
Exactly.
Yes. And that's how I did this one.
Yeah.
Is I kept them all together. I just put a little piece of tape to hold everything in place, and then boom.
Yeah.
Another good thing to use with your nesting dies is a magnetic platform.
Yes.
Because then you can put them down and they all stay in place, and then it's really easy to put through as well.
Love that.
So yeah. Oh, Nancy B is here.
Hey, Nancy.
I'm here for quality control. Are they doing okay?
Were you going to share anything else? No?
Hi. Rain That's it for today.
So let's move it up. Nancy B, you come in.
Look who's back.
The original.
The OG.
The OG?
OG. Yep. Nancy's going to be back again next week.
Have you guys decided what you're doing yet?
We're doing that after this. On camera, we're going to make a decision.
There you go. There you go. Okay, but yes, the original, the OG.
They did okay. Did they do okay? Comments all over?
So
We
next
muddled our way
week,
through.
yeah, next week it'll be Heather.
That's perfect. That's how we do it.
That's how we do it anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 o'clock next Wednesday, we'll be back with another demo. And next week we'll also have new demo deals.
New demo deal.
And what's happening on Monday night?
Monday, episode 50 of Monday Night Live, and you and I are going to be crafting together. And we sold create-along kits. They're all sold out now. But don't worry, if you didn't get a create-along kit, you can still watch, you can still participate. It's still going to be fun. We're still going to be doing tons of different techniques. So that's on Monday. And then on Wednesday, these two will be back, but we don't know what they're doing yet. They'll figure it out, but we'll tell you what that is probably in the weekend or in the weekly newsletter. There you go. Thanks
Thanks so much,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye. Don't forget the demo deal, the Dynamic Duo demo deal, 33% off nesting dyes.
Today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow in store and online.
Bye.
Bye.